So, good morning. Welcome to Pilates. We're starting standing today because this time of year it's a good idea to work on balance. And yes, I still have my Christmas decorations up. I will get them down one of these days. So, let's start by just lining our feet up with each other. And when you line your feet up, you want them within the width of your pelvis. Lots of times people put their feet super wide. Um, I would say maximum 6 inches apart. Right, we don't want to go 8 or 10. It starts to be wider than our own hip joint because our hip joint is in here, not out here, contrary to what clothing manufacturers tell us. Now, from here, all I want you to do is not look down at your screen. I want you to look straight forward, and I want you to push down through the center of your foot and out through the top of your head. And you'll notice that starts to create a little bit of tension in the legs, and you might notice a tensioning in your core. Now you're going to keep that press up and down, kind of like squeezing a tube of toothpaste. And you're going to go to your Pilates breath, which is a little deeper and slower than what's natural. So you're going to inhale through your nose and expand your rib cage. And exhale through your mouth and contract your rib cage. Now, if you're not holding your arms stiffly at your side on that inhale, if it's a nice big inhale, the arms will float away from the body. And on your exhale, they will float back towards your body. Inhale, getting some expansion in the ribs. And exhale. One more. Inhale, getting wide. And exhale, finding that narrowing through the ribs. Now we're going to amplify the arms. You're going to inhale, lift up, and exhale, drop. Inhale, lift, exhale, drop. Now that drop and the exhale wants to be quite strong to help your core fire harder. One more. Now we're going to do a standing imprint. And remember, imprint is just a low back move. I'm going to turn sideways. You don't need to. And what I want you to do is bring your hands to the front of your legs. You want to bend your knees slightly, and you'll be on a diagonal line from your head to your tail. You're going to inhale and just round that low back a little bit and come back to neutral, which is your imprint. Inhale, imprint, exhale, neutral. Now, if you're having a hard time getting that low back moving, a little bit of a pressure of the heel of your hand into your leg will help you find that low back movement. Inhale, imprint, exhale, neutral. One more, imprint and neutral. Now, I want you to stand up a little straighter. Knees are still soft. And we're just going to go to a little bit of a side to side sway through our hips to help warm them up. Now, what you have to be cautious of when you're here is not leaning forward. That'll get your hips to move more, but you want to stay as upright as you can. And just notice how comfortable this is for you right now. Now, we don't walk around parallel all the time. So I want you to step your feet wider, turn your knees out, bend your knees, and go back to that side to side shift. And notice if this feels better or worse than when you were parallel. And then we're going to do a little bit of inward or medial. So you turn your knees and toes in, soft knees, a little side to side shift through the hips again. Try to stay upright. Try not to lean forward. It's okay if they don't move a lot. We're just getting them juiced up a little bit, kind of like when you start your car on a cold morning and you get the engine to warm up a bit. Now, let's go back to parallel, but you're going to step one foot just slightly forward of the other one. Soften your knees again. Go back to that side to side shift. Try to have your weight between your two legs. Don't get way back. Yeah. And then we're going to put the other foot forward. Same thing, soft knees, little side to side shift. Breathing. Don't super care how you breathe on this, but you want to breathe. Now, from here, we're going to take this into the upper body a little bit. So bring your feet back to parallel. And then we're going to do a little arm swing like you're going for a bit of a walk. And let your chest turn towards the back arm. Now, these are called pendulum arms. So what you want to do is let your arms drop and see how much they want to bounce back up again. And mine are doing better today than they were yesterday because I hadn't moved much over the weekend. Something to do with New Year's Eve, I don't know. Now, right, let's take that pendulum in front of you, side to side, looking at your top hand. Notice how much flow there is in that today. And then let's come back to center. Now we're going to do a little standing protract, retract today. And protract and retract is a shoulder girdle movement. What I want you to do is interlace your fingers. You're going to press forward and the upper back rounds a little bit. That's your protract. Now keep your arms straight and pull your arms back till you feel the shoulder blades pinch towards each other, but don't let the chest press forward. Protract and retract. Now, if it's really up in your neck, do your protract and retract with your hands quite low. Yeah, because we don't want to be right up into that neck. We're just trying to warm up stuff around the shoulders. Protract and retract. One more here. Protract and retract. Now, speaking of balance, right? We want to do a little bit of a balancing exercise right now. I'm going to turn sideways again so you can see what I'm doing with my hip. I don't want you to squeeze your bum and press your hip open and flat. What I want you to do is be a little bit soft in the front of the hip, soft in the butt cheeks and the thighs. And then I just want you to let one knee come forward. Now, if this is making you wobble already, you don't have to lift your foot off the floor, or you can lift your foot up and hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's switch foot. So remember, you're not going to be pushing your hip flat in the front, a little soft through the bum and the thighs. Let your other knee come forward. If this is enough of a balancing exercise for you, stay here or just lift your foot up and hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're going to do that again. Now, right ankle wobble, totally fine. We don't want a big sway through the hips. That's why we do our side leg work. We'll do some of it later on. So, right, make sure you're not gripping in your bum and thighs, a little crease in the hip. Let your knee come forward, decompress your foot off the floor. Hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's do the other side. So, right, soft through the hip, soft through the bum. Let your knee come forward, decompress your foot, hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. We're going to go down to the floor and do a little bit of cat stretch to warm up our back a little bit more. Just adjusting where that is. There we go. Okay, so, right, we're going to be on our hands and knees. Now, right, if your wrists have a tendency to be sore, you can be up on your knuckles with your thumbs pointing away from your kneecaps. You want your hands shoulder distance apart, your knees hip joint distance apart or sit bone distance apart. And our hip is much narrower than our shoulders because remember where I pointed it out when we were standing. Now, right, a little tension in the abdominals, back of the head matches the back of the shoulders. Take an inhale. Exhale, point your tail down towards the floor, scoop your back up towards the ceiling, making a shape like a letter C. Take an inhale, hold that, and exhale, flatten back to where you started. Take an inhale. Exhale, point your tailbone down at the floor, scoop your belly button in, round your back up towards the ceiling. Inhale, you're looking at your knees. And exhale, flatten back out again. 2 more of these. Exhale, as you round up towards the ceiling. Inhale, hold. Exhale, flatten back out again. 1 more. Exhale, as you round. Inhale, hold. And exhale as you flatten. We're going to come down onto our side to do a little bit of rotational breathing to open up that back a little bit more, get it moving. If you've been shoveling snow at all in the last week or so, this will feel nice. So, right, knees are in front of you, kind of like you're sitting in a chair. You could have a pillow under your head or your arm. The side of your body you're laying on is not lax on the floor. There's a little bit of tension in it. So you're a straight line from your head to your tail. Top arm is reached forward, shoulder distance off the floor. You're going to inhale, point at the ceiling, turn to look at your hand. Exhale, turn your rib cage backwards as you reach your knees forwards. Inhale into the back of the ribs. And exhale, come back to where you started. Inhale, point at the ceiling, turn to look at your hand. Exhale, turn your rib cage backwards. Inhale, hold it. And exhale, coming forwards. Inhale, point at the ceiling, Turn to look at your hand. Exhale, turn backwards. Inhale, hold for the stretch. And exhale, coming forwards. Let's do it on the 2 breath. Inhale back. Exhale forward. 2 more of these. And exhale forward. 1 more. Inhale back. Knees are reaching forward. And exhale, come back to where you started. Let's do this on the other side. So, right, you could have a pillow under your arm or your arm. Knees are in front of you, so are your feet. Little tension in the side body. Top arm is reached forward. You're going to inhale, point at the ceiling, turn to look at your hand. Exhale, turn your ribs back as you keep reaching your knees forwards. Inhale into the back of the ribs. And exhale, come back to where you started. Inhale, point at the ceiling. Exhale, turn back. We're going to inhale through our nose. And exhale through our mouth to come forward. 2 more of those. Inhale up, turn to look at your hand. Exhale, turn back. Inhale, hold. Exhale, coming forward. 1 more. Inhale up. Exhale back. Inhale. And exhale forward. 2 breath. Inhale back. Exhale forward. Inhale back. Exhale forward. 1 more back. And forward. We're going to go onto our back. Now, we're going to start with hip roll, which is an exercise where you're lifting your bum off the floor and keeping your feet on the floor. So you don't want anything extra under your head. Some of us like that when we lay on our back, but it's not great for this exercise because you end up with your collarbone in your throat. So, right, you want your feet within the width of your body, ideally sit bone distance apart. And remember, those are those bones in your butt that hurt when you sit on something hard outside this time of year. Now, right, we're going to have our back in neutral, so neck is up, ribs are down, low back's up, tailbone's down. We're going to take an inhale to prepare. Exhale, press your feet into the floor. Feel how the back of your pelvis gets lighter. Lift your pelvis up off the floor, rolling up onto those shoulder blades. Take an inhale here, and exhale, roll back down again. Now, if you're somebody who has a tendency towards sciatica or disc issues, you're going to want to keep your back straight when you lift your bum rather than that rolling I just demonstrated. You're going to take an inhale to prepare. Exhale, press your feet into the floor, rolling up onto those shoulder blades. Inhale at the top. Exhale, coming back down again. Inhale. Exhale, press into your feet and lift on up. Now at the top, your ribs are still closed. You haven't flared them open. Your back isn't arched. Take an inhale here and roll back down again. 1 more, take an inhale. Exhale, press your feet into the floor. Feel how the bum gets lighter. Lift it up. Roll on up onto your shoulder blades. Take an inhale. And exhale, roll back down again. Now, if you like something extra under your head, pop it into your head to help that neck and shoulder be happy. We're going to bring our hands up in front of our chest and find neutral shoulder, right? So neutral shoulder is where both your upper chest and upper back are equally wide. You'll feel a little bit of the pressure of your shoulder blades into the floor, but not much. And ideally, the back of the ribs are heavy, all the way down to behind your belly button. If they're not, take an exhale like a sigh. That'll help them settle. Now you're going to take an inhale to prepare. Exhale, reach both hands towards the floor above your head. And inhale, bring your hands up in front of your chest. Exhale, reach back. Now, if your hands hit the floor, you've either let your ribs come off the floor or your chest narrow, yeah? Exhale as you reach back. Actually, not narrow, get wider. Who am I kidding? And exhale, reach back. Keep those ribs heavy. Keep the collarbones wide and the upper back, yeah? 1 more here. Exhale, reach back. And inhale in front of your chest. Let's just bring your arms down to the floor beside your body. And we're going to go to a little exercise called head nod, which helps us know where our head is ideally placed for a forward curve coming off the floor. You're going to sense the weight of your head resting on whatever it's resting on. Keep it there as you do a little tiny nod of the head and release. Inhale, little nod. and exhale, release. Now, as you're doing your nod, you're trying not to lose space in the front of your throat. And I want you to see if you can sense a gentle opening or flattening of your neck as you do that nod. Inhale, nod. Exhale, release. One more shoulder thing. I want you to lift your arms up off the floor slightly, open your collarbones wide. So when your arms are fully down, your shoulder is slightly protracted. Not a big deal. Just thought I'd let you know. Let's inhale, slide your shoulder blades up towards your ears like a shrug. Now exhale, slide your shoulder blades down your back towards your heels, finding those back muscles. Inhale up. As you come down, keep the collarbones wide. Inhale up and exhale down. One more here. Inhale up and exhale down. We're going to go to our ab prep. So I want you to pop your hands behind your head. I want your elbows where both your shoulders and your ribs are in neutral. And that's at about a 45-degree angle. You're going to inhale, do that little nod we just practiced. Exhale, round through your rib cage to come forward and look at your knees. Now, ideally, that mid back feels heavier on the floor. Inhale here and exhale back down again. And if the mid back doesn't feel heavier on the floor, you're actually trying to curl up and keep your low back curved too much. Inhale, nod. Exhale, round through the rib cage. Feel that mid back get heavier. Low back is still light. Inhale into your back. And exhale back down again. Inhale, nod. Exhale, curl up. Inhale, hold it. Exhale, back down again. Two more. Exhale as you curl up. You might even feel a bit of a stretch through your back as you inhale. And exhale, back down again. One more. Inhale, nod. Exhale, curl up. Inhale. And exhale, back down again. We're going to go onto our front and do a little bit of breaststroke prep, which is our opposite action in our upper back to what we just did. A little back extension. So when you lay on your front, you want to have your hands beside your head. Your legs are close together with your kneecaps pointing down. You're resting on the middle of your breastbone. So if you feel like the ribs just above your belly button are pushing into the floor, kind of shift yourself around till you find a different place. And then I want you to tense that abdominal wall a little bit. Now we can do that by just a gentle pressure of the top of your foot into the floor. That helps that happen. The legs get a bit engaged. Or you could literally just kind of tense your abs a bit. But it's not that you're trying to pull your belly button to your spine. Otherwise, you can't do the back extension. Now you're going to inhale, slide your shoulder blades down your back towards your heels. Exhale, use your back muscles to lift your upper chest away from the floor. Back of the neck is still long. Take an inhale and exhale, come back down again. Inhale, slide your shoulder blades down your back towards your heels. Exhale, use your back muscles to lift your upper chest away from the floor. Inhale and exhale back down again. Inhale, slide your shoulder blades. Exhale, lift. Now on this inhale here, belly doesn't push into the floor. You might feel it move, but it doesn't push into the floor. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, slide your shoulder blades. Exhale, lift. Inhale. And exhale, back down again. Let's just go to our breaststroke prep number 2. I want you to take your arms alongside your body with your palms facing the ceiling. You'll notice your shoulders protract when you do that. That's okay. You're going to inhale, turn your palms inwards to face your thighs, opening your collarbones wide. Exhale, use your back muscles to lift up. Inhale into your back. And exhale, come back down again. Inhale, turn your palms inwards to face your thighs. Exhale, reach out the top of your head as you lift up. Inhale. Exhale, back down again. 2 more. Inhale, palms turn inwards. Exhale, reach up. Now, if this loads out your low back, you're trying to lift too high and come back down again. You'll feel work, but not pain. Inhale, turn your palms in. Exhale, lift up. Inhale. Exhale, back down again. Hands under your forehead. Last arm position. Now, you have 2 options here with your hands under your forehead. You can either leave your arms down and lift your head away from your hands, or if you want to make it harder for yourself today, you can lift your arms up with you. Your belly button's in a little bit still. You're going to inhale, Slide your shoulder blades down your back towards your heels. Exhale, use your back muscles to lift up. Inhale, hold, and exhale back down again. Inhale, slide your shoulder blades. Exhale, lift. Inhale, hold. Exhale, down. Two more. Inhale, slide your shoulder blades. Exhale, lift. Inhale, hold. Exhale, down. One more here. Inhale, slide your shoulder blades. Exhale, lift. Inhale, hold. And exhale, down. We're going to press back into our shell stretch. So you're going to lift on up, sit back over your heels. But remember, if your knees aren't happy with this position, just lay on your back and hug your knees into your chest. Now, elbows are bent for shell stretch. Back is round. You can do a little side to side shift if you would like to just help release out the fascia. Because if our fascia isn't happy, our muscles aren't as accurate in their movement. One more breath here. And then we're going onto our back for the 100. Now, right, if your neck is sore, leave your head on the floor for the 100. If your low back is sore, leave your feet on the floor for the 100. Right, I'm going to call it like everybody is lifting both their head and their feet. I trust you to make the best choice for your own body. So let's take a moment when we're on our back and go, am I in neutral? And if you need something under your head to find that, pop it under your head. So right neck is up, ribs are down, low back it feels light on the floor, not heavy, and your tailbone feels heavy. That's your neutral. We're going to take inhale. We're going to exhale, deepen our core work to imprint our low back. Bum is not doing anything on this. Now you're going to lift one leg at a time up to tabletop. If you're picking them up, squeeze your legs together. Inhale, nod. Exhale, curl on up. And go in, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 10. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 20. If you want to make it harder, legs are straight. Out, 2, 3, 4, 30. In, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out, 2, 3, 4, 40. In, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out, 2, 3, 4, 50. In, 2, 3, 4. Out, 2, 3, 4, 60. In, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out, 2, 4, 70. In, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out, 2, 3, 4, 80. In, 2, 4, 5. Out, 2, 3, 4, 90. In, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out, 2, 3, 4, 100. Take an inhale. Exhale. If your legs are up, you can hug your knees into your chest. Do a little rock side to side here. If you didn't lift your feet, you can keep your feet on the floor and just do a little rock side to side through the knees here, right? Because if you don't have your legs up, don't put them up, right? Particularly if you have a tendency towards sciatica or disc pain, yeah? So, right, let's come off our backs. And we're just going to go to a little bit of spine twist. So if you need to sit on something like a yoga block to help yourself sit up straight, grab it. You can sit with your legs crossed like I am. You could have diamond legs or you could have straight legs. And if your legs are straight, they're right tight together. But most important thing, that you're not collapsed down, that you're up nice and tall. I want you to take your hands, make a platform out of your hands and put that platform against your ribs above your belly button. You want to feel your body. That's why we're putting our hands there, so you can feel whether or not that rib cage is moving. Find a nice width across your collarbones, a little support through the core. And we're going to use 3 exhales to turn, trying not to move our pelvis. Exhale, 2, 3. Inhale, come back center. Other side. Exhale, 2, 3. Inhale, center. Exhale, 2, 3. Inhale, center. Other side. 2, 3. Inhale, center. One more to each side like this. 2, 3. Inhale, center. Other side. 2, 3, and center. We're just going to do a little bit of a shoulder strengthening exercise. This is called offering. If you want to make it harder in the future, put a couple of soup cans in your hands, or if you have some hand weights, you can always use it for this. This comes from the reformer repertory of Pilates. And all you're going to do is imagine you have, well, like two candy dishes in your hands. You're going to reach those forward like you're offering it to your friends in front of you. And then you're going to take your arms sideways, offering them to your friends beside you. Bring it back to the width of your body and draw your elbows in. Exhale, reach forward. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Inhale, in. Exhale, reach forward. As you open, arms don't go past your body because otherwise you retract your shoulders. Bring them back to the width of your body and draw them in. Exhale, reach forward. Collarbones are open. Inhale, arms spiral backwards. Exhale, they spiral back in again. Inhale back. Exhale, reach forward. Now, as you go back, your thumb leads to help keep your palm facing the ceiling. As you come back, your pinky leads to help your palm face the ceiling. Draw your elbows back. One more here. Exhale, reach forward. Inhale, spiral open. Exhale, spiral back to the width of your body and bring your elbows back. We're going to do a little bit of spine stretch forward. So for spine stretch forward, you're going to want to either sit with your legs in the diamond shape or straight legs. If your legs are straight, you want your feet about shoulder distance apart. You want to be sitting up nice and tall, imagining your back is on the wall behind you. Collarbones are wide. And you're just going to take an inhale to prepare. Exhale, start with your head and round forward like you're trying to put the top of your forehead on your knees. You're going to inhale, hold that. And exhale, come all the way back up again. Inhale, exhale, curling forward, rounding through that rib cage. Inhale into your back. Exhale, come all the way back up again. This is ab prep sitting up. Exhale as you curl forward. So remember that exercise we did with our hands behind your head earlier? And exhale, come back up again. This is the same exercise with just a different relationship to gravity. One more like this. Exhale as you go down. Inhale. And exhale as you come up. Now let's try it on a 2 breath. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. One more of these. Exhale down. Inhale up. Get a little bit more stretch out of it. We're going to take our arms up parallel to the floor. Collarbones are wide when you're sitting up tall. Take an inhale. Now exhale as you bend forward, reach past your feet, not down to them. Inhale back up again. Exhale, scoop your belly button in as you round past your feet. And inhale up. 2 more. Exhale, rounding forward. Inhale up. 1 more. Exhale, rounding forward. And inhale up. We're going to go onto our back and do a little bit more ab work. So we're going to go to our obliques. So I want you to pop your hands behind your head again. Now, right? If your low back's been sore, leave your feet on the floor. But if you want to give yourself more of a challenge, find your imprint and lift both legs up to tabletop. I'm going to leave mine down today. Now you're going to inhale, do the little nod we practiced earlier. Exhale, curl up to look at your knees. Take an inhale here. Exhale, rotate your rib cage to one side. Inhale, center. Exhale, rotate it to the other side. Inhale, center. And exhale, back down again. Inhale, nod. Exhale, pull under the front of the ribs to curl up and look at your knees. Inhale here. Now, opposite shoulder to knee. Stay curled up as you come to center. Opposite shoulder to knee. Inhale, center. And exhale, back down again. Inhale, nod. Exhale, curl up. Inhale. Exhale, rotate. Inhale, center. Keep looking at your knees as you rotate. And come back down again. One more here. Exhale as you curl up. Inhale. Exhale, rotate. Other side. And back down again. Good. Let's just go to a little bit of shoulder bridge. So I want your legs bent on the floor, feet within the width of the body. Now we're just going to be lifting our butt up off the floor, keeping our back straight again. Well, this time straight. And if you have something under your head, get rid of it right now because you don't want your collarbone in your throat. So, right, I want you to notice right now that your pelvis feels heavier, right? Heavier than the back, than your feet. Take an inhale. Exhale, press your feet in the floor. Feel how the pelvis gets light. Lift up till the front of the hip is flat. Take an inhale. And exhale, keep the back straight. Come back down again. Pelvis gets heavy, feet get light. Take an inhale. Exhale, press your feet on the floor as you lift up. You almost want to feel like you're pulling your heels away from your bum. It's more of a thought than a thing. Take an inhale. And exhale as you come down. Pelvis gets heavy, feet get light. Take an inhale. Exhale, press into the feet as you lift. Feel like you're pulling your heels away from your bum. They're not really going anywhere, but that's the right activation going. Take an inhale. And exhale, back down again. One more like that. Take an inhale. Exhale, press your feet down. Lift the pelvis up as you lift. Feel like you're pulling your heels from your bum. It's more of a thought than a thing. Take an inhale. And exhale, back down again. We're going to just do a little bit more ab work here before we come off our back. And I want you to find your imprint and bring your legs up to tabletop. Now, if your neck is sore, you can leave it down. We're going to inhale, nod, exhale, curl up, grab a hold of one leg, straighten your other one. And we're going to switch which leg is straight. Exhale as you switch. Now, if you want to stretch your back, pull your knee into your chest. And if you want to make it harder, stop at tabletop. Inhale in between each leg extension. And we're going to go 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, hang on. I got one more leg there. And come on down. Yeah. Now, right. Let's just put our feet on the floor. Do a little gentle side to side rock of those knees. And then just one more breath here. And then let's come onto our tummy and do a little bit of work laying on our front. Now, from here, what we're going to do is we're going to do a little exercise called single leg kick. And it's kind of a funny little exercise that there's a bounce in it. You pull your toe towards your bum, bounce it out, pull your heel towards your bum, and straighten your leg. Toe, heel, straighten. Now, your hands are going to be under your forehead. You're resting on the middle of your breastbone. There's a little tension in your core. Your collarbones are open, so your shoulders are out of your ears. You're going to inhale to prepare. You're going to bend one leg, pull your toe in, pull your heel in, straighten. Other leg goes toe, heel, and straighten. Other leg, toe, heel, and straighten. Now, I don't care how you breathe. You got to breathe. Toe, heel, and straighten. We're alternating legs. Now, what we're working on is not twisting the pelvis as we do this. So your toe will never touch your bum. It's not anatomically possible. Heel and straighten. Unless you like grab it with your own hand and pull it in. We're not doing that right now. Toe, heel, and straighten. Good, rest. And that might have given you a bit of a stretch on the front of your thigh, particularly if you're tight through there these days. Now we're going to go to a little bit of single leg extension while we're down here. So hands are under your forehead still, resting on the middle of your breastbone. Legs are parallel, belly button's in. Now we're going to try and activate right where our thigh and our butt meet to lift one leg at a time off the floor, and it won't lift high. You're going to inhale, pull your pube bone forward to activate that thigh butt connection, what I call your thud. Then you're going to exhale, lift one leg barely off the floor. Inhale, hold, and exhale back down again. Same leg. Inhale, pube bone forward. Exhale, lift. Do you feel the thud increase in tension? And come back down again. One more on this side. Inhale, pube bone forward. Exhale, reaching up. Thigh is still on the floor. If it's lifted off the floor, you twisted your pelvis. We don't want that. And back down again. Let's do this on the other side. So inhale, pube bone forward. Exhale, other leg lifts. Do you feel the thud doing something? And back down again. Inhale, pube bone forward. Exhale, lift. Inhale, hold. Exhale, back down again. Inhale, pube bone forward. Exhale, lift. Inhale, hold. And exhale down. Good. Just pause. Rock your hips side to side. Let that butt relax a little bit. We're going to come back and see if we can do this on the 2 breath. So belly buttons in, shoulders out of the ears. Inhale, pull the pube bone forward. Exhale, lift one leg. Inhale down. Same leg. Exhale, lift. Inhale down. Exhale, lift. You feel the thud doing something. And down. Exhale, lift. And down. Let's do the other side. Inhale, pube bone forward. Exhale, lift. Inhale down. Exhale, lift. Inhale down. Do you feel that doing something? And down. Two more. Lift and down. Last one. Lift and down. Good. Rest. Let's just press back into our shell stretch again. Sitting back over the heels, scooping your belly button in, rounding out your back. Little rock side to side if you would like. Remember, if your knees don't like this, you can be on your back and do the same little game. Now, before we do our side leg work today, we're going to do just 2 slow roll downs to the floor. So I want you to sit with your legs tight together. Now, I do this with a bent knee because I'm quite stiff in my low back. And if you have quite a flexible low back, you might want to try this with a straight leg. And all you're going to do is just reach your arms out to help counterbalance you. You're going to use 10 counts in your own time to get down to the floor. I'm going to do my own 10 counts. I'll count it for you. Maybe you'll do it with me. You're going to take an inhale. You're going to exhale, round your back and go backwards 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now we're going to go back up to do the same thing. A great way to come off the floor, bring one knee in towards your chest, grab a hold of it, pull yourself back up again. So, right, we'll do that one more time. Now, here's the fun thing. If as you go down, you have a point in your back where you just kind of go and fall down, that actually has to do not with necessarily stiffness in the low back. It actually has to do with stiffness through the low rib cage. So if you think about really rounding through that rib cage as you go back, you might have more control. Let's have those arms out. Take an inhale. Exhale, pull that belly button in, rounding back, going 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now, let's come onto our side so we can do a little bit of side leg work before we run out of time today. So, right, we're going to be a straight line from our head to our feet. Your underneath arm can support your head, or you could put a pillow or something there if your shoulder can't tolerate that. Your hips are stacked, your shoulders are stacked. Can you see how there's a little bit of a gap between my torso and the floor? And that's because my shoulder is wider than my hip. Well, my shoulder and my hip are wider than the rest of my torso. So I'm not going to let that just collapse down because that puts me into a side bend. Now, top hand can be down to help you balance, fingertips only, not palm. That makes the shoulder come forward. Or if you want to challenge yourself, your top hand's on your top leg. There's tension, of course, in the core. You're going to lift your top leg up, flex your foot, bring it down, point your foot. Inhale as you go up, and exhale as you come down. Inhale as you go up, and exhale as you come down. Inhale up, exhale down. Now, notice I'm not lifting my leg super high. That's because I'm trying not to move my torso. I could take my leg way higher, but I move my torso to do that. Inhale up, exhale down. One more here. Inhale up and exhale down. Now we're going to go to a little bit of staggered leg today. If it hurts the outside of that bottom hip, you're going to drop the top knee forward and lift and lower that bottom leg. We're going to inhale, lift your top leg, exhale, bring your bottom leg to meet it and take them both down. Inhale, lift, exhale, squeeze your knees together and down. Now, if your torso is moving a lot to lift that second leg, you've got your top leg way too high for you. Inhale, lift, exhale, squeeze the knees together and down. One more here. Inhale, lift, exhale, squeeze and down. Now we're going to do 3 double leg lifts. Exhale, lift, inhale, down. Exhale, lift, inhale, down. One more, lift and down. Let's do this on the other side. So, right, we're going to find a straight line from our head to our feet. We're going to have our hips stacked, our shoulders stacked, a little tension in the side of the body we're laying on. You're going to lift your top leg up, flex your foot, bring it down, point your foot, reach up, flex your foot, bring it down, point your foot. You're going to inhale as you go up and exhale as you come down. Now remember, you can have this top hand down to help you balance, but you want just fingertips if you need that. Inhale up. And balancing on your side is really tricky. Inhale up. Exhale down. One more here. Up and down. We're going to staggered leg. You're going to inhale, lift your top leg. Exhale, lift your bottom leg. Take it down. Now remember, if that hurt that bottom hip, get this top knee forward and just lift and lower that bottom leg. We're going to inhale, lift our top leg. Exhale, lift the bottom leg. Take them down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, squeeze and down. Inhale, lift. Squeeze the knees together and down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, squeeze and down. One more. Up, squeeze and down. Double leg lift. Exhale, lift. Inhale, down. 2, down. Just one more and down. Good. Let's go onto our back and do a little bit of a release for those hips. So we're going to do 2 different releases today. I want your feet wide, about the width of your mat, and you can have something under your head if you want to, and you'll just drop one knee into the middle, pick it up, drop your other knee into the middle and pick it up. Now today, I want you to really think about it just being the thigh bone moving in the hip joint, that the pelvis isn't really rolling side to side to make this happen. So we're isolating it, yeah, to that hip joint. One more to each side here. Now, I want you to bring your feet closer together. I want you to put one ankle on the other knee and let that knee drop, of the leg that's up, drop open. We're going to take our arms sideways on the floor. And we'll just rock our knees side and center here, just to release out the hip a little bit. Breathing. And here the pelvis can roll. Just one more to each side like this. And then we got to do the other leg. So right and cross, put your ankle on your knee, drop your knee open, and rock the knee side and center, and side and center, and breathe. Just one more to each side here. And then we're going to come onto our tummy and do a little bit of swan dive just to finish things off today. That's our bigger back extension. So, right. And here, you're trying to make a banana shape in your spine. You're going to have your hands right beside your head. Your legs this time are going to be open to a bit of a V shape, but not as wide as your mat. That's way too wide. And if you can, I want you to find the muscles in your bum that turn your knees outward a little bit and your heels towards the middle. And you're trying to hang on to that as you lift up. Belly button, of course, is in a little bit. You're going to inhale, slide your shoulders away from your ears. Exhale, use your back muscles to lift up onto your elbows. Then use your arms and your bum to lift higher, getting the whole front of your torso away from the floor. Inhale here, and exhale, come back down again. Inhale, slide your shoulder blades. Exhale, coming up onto your elbows. Then use your arms and your bum to come higher. Inhale, you're looking at about 3 or 4, maybe 5 feet in front of you on the floor. And come back down again. Inhale, slide your shoulder blades. Exhale, come up into that banana shape. Inhale, hold. And exhale down. Just one more here. Inhale, slide your shoulder blades. Exhale, lift. Inhale, reaching out your toes. And back down again. We're just going to finish off by dropping into a shelf stretch. So remember, you can always be on your back for that with your knees hugged into your chest. And we'll just take 3 breaths here, a little rock side to side. Particularly through the hips is nice here to help let that tissue in your bum let go a little bit. And that's all the time we have today. Thank you for joining me, and I hope to see you soon.